To replace the other what if that I canceled because not many people liked it, I'm making Reaper Clan Naruto. These are the abilities. One Tomo Sharingan, immunity to Taijutsu. Not Sharingan, Shinnegan. Is immunity to Taijutsu. 2 Tomo Shinnegan, immunity to Ninjutsu and Genjutsu. 3 Tomo Shinnegan, immunity to Senjutsu. Also, just so you know, the Shinnegan is essentially like the Sharingan for the Reaper version of, but it's for the Reaper clan. Then the his Eternal Mangekyo Shinnegan gives him the ability to switch between all of the different outcomes. And then there's the Reaper Rinnegan, which is essentially the types of Rinnegans. All Rinnegan abilities plus anyone can turn anyone into a chakra root. 6 Tomo Reaper Rinnegan. The ability to make bloodlines. 9 Tomo Rinnegan. Ability to matter anything. Oh, now I understand what happened. It was a typo. Ability to master. I typed in master. It must have done that. Master any ability. And then the Eternal Reaper Rinnegan. Foresight and everything else above. His releases. Yin release, Yang release, Yin Yang release, Time release, Space release, all chakra natures, Death release, Life release, Scorch release, Explosion release, Ice release, and Chakra release. Those are his releases. Okay, now that that's all been clarified, I don't know what type of ship. If y'all want him to have a ship, do it in the say it in the description. I honestly don't care what ship it is. If it is if y'all do want a ship, there's gonna be the rules. There's gonna be rules in the description, most likely. Either way, let's get into this. We go to the day of the Nine Tails attack. There was one man, the 4th Hokage, who just sealed the Nine Tails into his son and daughter, that being Naruto. Also, what I mean by Reaper Clan is essentially the Shinigami get. Actually, no. Essentially, what I mean by Reaper Clan is he essentially founds a Reaper Clan and creates that dojutsu. So yeah, he's essentially the founder of the Reaper Clan, which will be the strongest. So yeah, now that that's been dealt with, so we will skip to 4 years old. He's getting beaten like usual. He has one friend, and in this AU, it's gonna be Menma who's the friend. The daughter. Also, everyone except for Naruto has a zillionth of 1% of the Nine Tails chakra. So yeah, I'm not even gonna tell y'all the exact amount Naruto has. Just know it's pretty much the whole thing. It's just that they all have like this stuff that was excess. Think of it like that. Either way, by this age, he hasn't found out about the Menma who's actually his friend. In this AU, Menma's half Uchiha, half Uzumaki. So yeah, that's gonna be a good thing. So we skip. He has been being beaten by the villagers for 5 hours now. He has just decided that he's had enough, and this anger brings out the one Tamoi, which again, immunity to Taijutsu. So they try and continue to hit him, and that doesn't work. Also, if I said Kenjutsu, then it probably means Genjutsu. Actually, no, it wasn't Kenjutsu. So yeah, I was right. Either way, back to it. Yeah, so they just got done
they just got done beating him, and he had enough, as he had his one Tomo active, as he's also immune to swords with the one Tomoe. So he has this eye on the one Tomoe. Like, I hate having to hit the middle to fix the problem of it freezing. Yeah, it has the one Tomoe in that. So he does that. So he says, "Fight me, you with nice one-on-one, you cowards." They say, "No, we're just gonna attack you again now, demon." As now he's starting to heal quite fast. As he thinks he's gonna die when that one was about to stab him, so he gains the two Tomoe. So now he has gotten immunity to ninjutsu and genjutsu, which is perfect. Perfection. It's like it's perfection in a bottle, essentially. Since he has the two Tomoe, he can basically not get hurt by anything but senjutsu, and whatchamacallit, Funjutsu. Those are the only two things that can currently hurt him. So they try and attack him. Nothing happens. And then and he knocks some of them out. But then Menma comes. And remember, in this AU, Menma isn't bad and cocky. Menma comes over and, yes, in this, Menma's a friend. I only really have one rule, and that is no gender bends. That's gonna be the only rule for ships, is no gender bend. So in this AU, Menma's quite nice. So Menma says, "Hey, why were they beating you up? And it seems like you knocked almost all of them out and the others ran." Yeah, and he asks, "Whoa, wait, what is that eye?" He says, "I have no idea, but I feel like it has a strong connection to death." As he says, "What about you? How about you call it the Shinagon?" And he says, "I think that's a good name then. I think that's because it." And again, this is like his eternal Mangekyu, like his actual one, which allows him to do all that. Either way, so they talk and talk all day, and they become very good friends. So yeah. Then one day they were being he was being threatened, and Naruto gained his 3 Tomoe from seeing his friend being threatened. So he did is he went over to him with the body flicker and did that. But then someone went behind him and knocked him out. But he thought that he died, they saw him angry, which is the first time he is truly angry, like not just normal, not just temporary angry, like I could get over it, like truly angry, like he will not get over it. As this is flaring and it starts spinning and spinning, as he says, "I am truly angry," as this appears and is flaring in all of its might, as he senses the ability, which is swap. As he says, "swap." As then he opens, what dojutsu do I want him to use? As he opens actually, is there any one of them that's better? Nah. He opens this, as he says, "I am truly angry. You shall all be dead." As he says, "Got it, Taratsu, flames of existence. Burn them out of your fabric." As then they start burning in an uncomprehendable flame, level of black flame. As then they died, every last one of them. As then it does bleed, like he did bleed when it was spinning. Like it bleeds, but he'll never go blind. As it spins into that. And trust me when I say he's truly angry. I mean he's truly angry. Anyways, let's continue. he says, he goes on his knees and says, "Please don't tell me you're dead." As then he sees him waking up. As right now, it looks like this, and he sees blood down his cheek. As he says, "What's that?" I think it's like the eternal, like a version of the magnet cube. And I've already used one of its abilities. I swapped it to something, and I felt an urge to say something, which was exista taratsu, flames of reality. Flames of existence. Burn them out of your fabric, is what I said, as then an uncomprehendable level of black fire. That's how the color was, an uncomprehendable black. And that was fire, which was the color of the fire, appeared. And then it swirled back after I calmed down. I'm still quite hurt. I'm gonna have blood loss soon, as he says, "Wait, no!" Then it starts swirling, and swirling even more. As then it lands on this, as his eye just bled some more. As then he said, "Won't let you die," as it flares flaring, as he says, "You will not die," as an energy came off of him, it flowed into him, and he healed. And this is midnight. And then it swirled back to normal, and he turned it off. As then he felt pain. As I'm gonna say one villager escaped, and before no villagers remembered. But now this time this one didn't remembered, because he remembered to wipe their minds, but he thought all of them were dead. So he told the Hokage that he saw Naruto have a 3 Tomoe that was black and white with black Tomo. As when he thought his friend Menma, which he said his name was Menma, he died. He got very mad, and it started swirling as it was flaring. As then he said, "Swap," and it just ended up turning into this weird pattern. Can you show it as he wrote it? And he said, "Exista taratsu, flames of existence. Burn these beings out of your fabric." As then an uncomprehendable level of black colored flame appeared and out of nowhere, and his eyes only bled when it swapped. It went back, and I saw him heal his friend. After that, it turned out he was knocked out, but he said he was truly angry, and that's the actual first time I even heard that amount of hate in anyone's voice. It even surpassed the hate and rage of the Kyuubi, he says. Even all 9-tailed beasts put together. As that made me not so scared, because of how angry he got from his friend to die. From his friend, and thinking his friend died. And he says we cannot let him stay. He says, as he calls him in, and he says, "Yes, your Lord Hokage," with a little teeny bit of venom in his voice, but he couldn't. As he said, "Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze. No, I'm not going by that name anymore. You're undeserving of me calling me that name. I, from now on, will be Naruto Ripatos. Okay, Naruto Ripatos. What? You are hereby banished," as he says. Fine, as he leaves. Also, Menma and Sasuke are the only 2 other survivors of the Uchiha clan. And right now it's academy. You will leave after the academy. As he goes to the academy and tells Menma what happened, and of course he gets mad. He gets mad and awakens his 3 Tomoe, as he was at 2 Tomoe before. And I'm gonna say Naruto is a simp for Menma, but that's not gonna be the ship, because of course She is spoiled. So yeah, she hates how he's friends. So he asked her dad. Oh, that's just another reason that he was banished. So what he did is Menma said, "What?" in an angry tone with his three tamale now flaring. As he says, "I think that, well, I'm going with you then, okay?" I cannot stop you from doing anything you don't want to do or want to do, so so you can come with me. He says, "Thank you. Also, let me help progress that. And it will be eternal, trust me." As he says, "Look into my eyes." As now he has activated, give me a moment, I have to fix this. He has now activated this, which is the ultimate Genjutsu one, like the best one with Genjutsu. As he says, Genjutsu. As then he sees him die and 10 times. As then he says release, as he has his eternal Mangekyu. But it still bleeds, it doesn't go, just like his, it still bleeds, but it doesn't ever, and I mean ever, go blind. As then he says, "It's okay, I'm okay. I was just had to put you in a Genjutsu to awaken your special version of the eternal Mangekyu, called the Super Mangekyu." He says, "Okay." Yeah. As then they say, we skip to after the academy. They have finished now with it. As he says, "Demon, it's time for you to go." And Mema says, "I'm going with him." As he says, "No, you're one of the last Uchihas. You are not allowed to leave." "No, I can leave if I want." As then they leave. They both leave. As he says, "I'm counting you as a rogue shinobi. Actually, no, I'm getting missions to get you for us." As he puts up the missions, as he says, as we skip a year or a few, and we see a shinobi of the leaf, Seaman, he is talking with Naruto, and he says, "Menma, you must come back to the village right now with me." As he says, "No." As he activates his eternal Mangekyu, like his super Mangekyu, which has Kamui and Amaterasu, and why not? He also has the ability of moving at light speed when he 2 times light speed when he 100 times light speed when he body flickers. That's the abilities that he gets when it's active. And every time he does the body flicker while it's active, it will make his eyes bleed. But again, he never goes blind, as he uses Amaterasu on it. And that is where I'm gonna leave this off. So we are gonna hit 100 subs soon. Tell me if you want me to make a special for the 100 subs in the comments, and if so, don't want you to give me ideas, but give me an idea of the type of stuff you like. If it's OP, I'm fine with it. Also, comment down below, please, on the ship, if we do a ship at all on this. And that is the end of the episode. And once we hit 100 subs, we're gonna be doing the sub special. So, anyways, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below, please, because because we're so close to 100, and I really want to do that special. Anyways, now that is over with, make sure to stay good, keep safe, and one last thing to say. Almighty cliffhanger.